Okay, we come up live.
Okay. Yeah, all right, I see. I see that there. And I see that there. I see you there.
Yeah.
So. Okay, well, we saved a good part.
Yeah, just put more pressure on me. We got this, I think. If not,
Do
I'll
we-
send Robert up here to do it for me.
Do we need to turn the heat up? Did you adjust the heat today?
No, it was 72 in here and it was, no, it said it's 72 and it's like 67.
Feels great in here, but
Do you want me to go turn it on?
Yeah. Do we need to turn the heat up? No, okay.
Okay, we're good.
anybody else needs it? Sorry.
I'm alright.
All right, let's go back into it.
Submission.
Sorry, hey, let's make apologies. Sorry, we had some internet problems and
Do you want to blame it on John?
no,
Okay.
blame it on me.
No, I'll blame it on me. Okay, submission and rest. Bible reading is out of Matthew 11:27-30. We made a decision to turn our wills and our lives over to the care of God. When
Wait a second, before we get into that, so my first question for you today is, what are you hoping God might do in your life here?
what am I hoping God
Would do in your life here?
my life here?
Mhm.
I'm hoping that God would just keep leading me to the knowledge that I need to know so that I do His will instead of my own. Just to stay on the right path He's chosen for me.
And why did you choose this lesson today?
Oh, because a lot of it is I have a hard time with submission. I really do. And that's the main reason, because I always have been, in the past more than now, the type of guy that always, hey, you had my way or no way. And a lot of people that disagree with me, we tried to settle it in other ways that wasn't right. But and that's the way my dad, that's the way my dad was. All his life he did it, and that's just, again, that's the way I was raised up. And not knowing was a lot of it, and just trying to be better than what I was.
Good deal. All right. Okay, well, let's move forward.
When our burdens become heavy and we find that our way of life is leading us towards death, we may finally be willing to let someone else do the driving.
What do you think that means?
Well, we've reached to the point that, okay, that's where we find out I can't do it myself, so I need someone else that can. So it's time to let them see what they can do on that. Let them, while there's still hope for me. Because I know I made a mess of my life and still a long way from being where I want to be.
Okay,
But one day at a time, I'll get there.
all right. Go ahead.
We may have worked hard at getting our lives on the right track, but still feel as if we always end up on a dead-end street.
Okay, what do you think that means?
Basically, once you work hard at doing what you need to do, and there's always obstacles or something pops up and you think, man, I got no way out of this. Or why is this still happening to me when I'm doing everything I'm supposed to be doing? So
And what's your answer to that?
push through it.
Okay.
It's just an obstacle, it's just an illusion. Most of the time, it's just a thought in your head.
Good.
Honestly, it's just your thoughts just telling you, hey, you can't push through this, but if you step back and look back, what have you already pushed through?
Good.
And once you realize that you
Good
pushed through
question.
more, then you've already pushed through something harder than what this is. But
That's digging for evidence.
yeah,
So that's good. Go ahead.
Proverbs, excuse me, Proverbs 14:12 tells us there is a path before each person that seems right.
Wait, let's talk about that for a second. What do you think that means?
Everything's looking good. You're believing you're doing right. It's all sunshine and flowers for right now, and that's the way you're supposed to be going. It helps. Hey, this is helping me here. This is helping me now. This is the way I need to go because it's working for me.
Yeah, but it says there seems to be right.
Oh, you're gonna work on that word.
Well, I mean, that's what the
Yeah.
verse is talking about. Yeah, and you're what you're
Well,
talking
that's what
about.
I'm saying. It seems.
It seems to be right.
I'm seeing the sunshine and the roses.
Yeah, and
And that's the path I want to take because that's the one that seems right for me right now.
well, and what's the end of that verse?
I gotta find it again. I lost it. I moved my finger. Feels right, but it always ends up on. No. We were down here. Well, path that always seems right, but ends in death.
So it seems right, but it ends in death. Well, what's going on there?
You're actually you hit the roadblocks. You're getting disconnected from what you're set out to do.
But what about all this sunshine and roses
It's
that
all
you said?
illusions.
Okay.
It's all
So-
thoughts.
So one of the things that hit me when I was looking at this was it says there is a path before each person that we have an opportunity. And this is kind of a challenge to say, but these situations come up to give you the choice whether you're going to go with your reason, okay, or if you're going to, and because reason is that I'm going to try to get out of it instead of dealing with it, right?
Right.
Pain or situations or anxiety, it's better to run and hide than to deal with it. That's what it seems like. But how's that work out for us?
It don't.
And so the thing that jumped out at me is we are going to get this situation right here in our life. We're going to be faced with this path here that is an option to avoid or deny or run or deceive or lie. We're going to get that opportunity. And it looks like it seems like that would be better right now in this moment. But if we do, then it's going to lead us to death. At least that's how I'm seeing it. Now the question is, how can we tell? I'm thinking that could be a good way. So how can we tell that really that is a deception using your word? That's a question.
It's a question. How can we tell if it's
Isn't that the
If
key
it's not
question?
the truth,
It's not the truth, okay?
if we know it's not the truth.
If it's no, and how do we discover what the truth is?
Through God. the
Through
Bible.
God. But yes, it's through God, but how do we determine the truth in this every situation?
We gotta stay connected to Him.
You gotta stay connected to it. We need to seek,
See,
and you'll find. And if we look for escape, then there's good possibility we're not looking at God, right?
Right.
Now God may give us an opportunity to escape it, okay? But I said this earlier, is it building things up, or is it tearing things down? Is it constructive or is it destructive? I've been in situations where, in fact, my boss even told me to lie. If the situation arose, just lie. And that looked like a good option because, if I don't and things turn out, who knows? But talking with God about this, I knew what I needed to do, and I did it, and that way turned out. Does it always go that way? Well, that way's better than the other way, in my opinion. Is it not? Yes, Robert.
I keep thinking about the scripture that says, broad and spacious is the road leading to death,
Right,
but narrow and cramped is the road leading to life.
right,
So if it seems like this is the easy path,
good.
you might want to look closely and examine everything involved, because chances are that might not be the best path.
It's good. That's good. And the rest of the story is we probably had past experiences that would confirm that. Right? Like, I've been here before and I made that choice. How did that work out for me? And play the movie forward. Okay? Where did it take me before? Well, it didn't turn out that well. In fact, it was terrible.
Yeah.
Just thought we'd dig around in there a little bit.
Fine with me.
Okay.
We can stir up some.
Any other
thoughts.
comments from anybody? Go ahead.
When we began our addictive behavior, we were probably seeking pleasure or looking for a way to overcome our pain. That's the way it happens in the beginning.
Mm-hmm. You got anything you want to share about that?
No,
Okay.
I'm good.
Okay. Go ahead.
I wouldn't know where to start and where to
Or
end on
end.
that one. But I got some good stories. I really do. The way seems right at first, but it wasn't long before it became clear that we were on the wrong track. By then, we are unable to turn around on our own.
What is it? Tell me what that means.
Well, by the time, the first time, oh, it feels good. Hey, yeah, this is good. I'm all right. And before you know it, you're at the point to where, hey, I've got to have this or I ain't gonna be able to function today. I've got to do this or it's not gonna. And by that time, you can't get away from it. You're doing it first time you get out of bed because that's what gets you to moving of a day. And then you're doing all the other stuff to keep people thinking, hey, I'm not doing that. No, I quit that a long time ago. So there starts in the lies and
And so you're lying to others, and you're also then lying to
You're
yourself.
lying to yourself.
And
because
what does that do to us and to others?
It drains you mentally, and it distances you from them, which is what they call death.
That's good.
It's not that you're dying physically there, you're getting away from the people that you're around all day. A lot of it's family. You know, they're the first ones to see it. Oh no, I'm good, I got it. Oh, you know you don't. I knew I had a problem with people. But that cost me 23 years of being by myself, you know, because I didn't want to be around nobody. I just come in, do what I need to do, and get out. And it really killed me on the inside when I realized therefore I was probably 16 or 17 when I met Pastor Hank. I started out doing odd jobs for him. And he'd ask me once a week, hey, you been saved? No. You want to be? No, I'm not ready. You know, and that went on for several years. Finally, I got saved. I was like 23, 24 when that happened. From that time, and you know, then I did the church scene for a while. Then I fell out of it for about 6 months, and that 6 months that I was out of touch, that's when the stuff really started hitting me. That hey, this ain't working for me. I need to get back in. You know, and it's been uphill climb ever since, but it's still uphill climb. And sometimes the climb's easy. Sometimes you're holding on with 2 fingers to hope not to fall. But I'm still climbing. How's that?
Sounds good. Thank you.
Where was I at?
I think
We're on the wrong track.
Yeah.
We were unable. Jesus said in Matthew 11, 23 and 28, Come to me, all of you who are weary and carry heavy burdens. I will give you rest. Take my yoke upon you. Let me teach you, because I am humble and gentle at heart, and you will find rest for your soul.
So let's back up on that.
Yeah.
And he said, for us to come to him, all you that who are weary and carrying a heavy burden, and I will give you rest. He says, take my yoke upon you. And so what do you think that means? Take my yoke upon me, and how's he tying that to, he will give you rest?
Take your problems to him, submit to him. He'll give you the yoke, and he'll carry your burdens. That way you don't have to do it.
Well, the yoke is where basically they put 2 oxen, they yoke them together, and they basically, in theory, they share the burden or the load of what the work that they're trying to do. And so he's saying, get in this yoke with me. Is that what you guys are saying? He says, get yoked up with me. And what does that mean, get yoked up with him? What does that do?
Join me.
Join me, good. And joining him, what does that do?
Connects you.
Connects you, good. How about if I go ahead and jump ahead a little bit and say, could that be some of the mentoring process to teach you what to do? Because you're right there with him, and he says that he will maybe he's talking about he's going to take most of the weight in this situation until you're able to handle what you need to handle. What do you think about that? Yes, sir.
And I think also when decisions come, if we're yoked with Jesus, it will be easier to make a good decision than a bad one.
And why is that? Because I know we're
Because
yoked
he-
to him, but why would it help?
Because we're aligned with his
Good.
purpose,
Good.
and he is helping direct our steps. That's what we're after, is someone to give us direction in life.
Mm-hmm.
And if we allow him to do that, it's just amazing what can happen compared to when we try to do it on our own.
Because he's there to teach us, to guide us, to inform us, give us the information. Information is to inform or to shape someone, right? That goes back to that Proverbs scripture that I read a while ago, 4:32, and that we need to be careful about what we think, because what we think shapes our life. And so if we've been in yoke with him and we're listening to him, and we see what he is doing and we hear what he's saying, then he's shaping us. Would you agree with that? So, and that can give us the opportunity to renew our mind by the washing of the water of the word. So, and he's given us the opportunity to yoke up with him. And I just thought we ought to try to talk about that. How does that sound?
Yeah.
Any other thoughts? Yes, sir.
I got a question. So what does it mean until we're ready to handle what we need to handle? What does that mean? What is that?
That's what I said, and that because, when we are less informed and less able to carry our own weight, and he's helping us because we're yoked up with him and we're taught by him, then we gain that strength, we gain that insight, we are renewing our brain, our mind, our spirit. We're able to make those choices, healthy choices. And so then that means because we're in that alignment, then we're able to be more like him than less like him, in my opinion. That's that alignment that we were talking about earlier, the definition that Tommy read in the very beginning of the meeting, is having that alignment. And if you that are watching it online, you didn't get to see that because of our technical difficulties. So, does that answer your questions?
Yes.
Okay, good deal.
Being more like him means like hanging out with chicks and eating a lot of fish and stuff, right?
I think I missed some of that.
I made a bad joke.
Okay.
I said hanging out with him, or being more like him means hanging out with chicks and eating a lot of fish.
No, well, I guess it's possible as long as you don't get out of the yoke.
Right.
Because you're with him. Go ahead.
Taking on a yoke implies being united to another in order to work together. Those who are yoked together must go in the same direction. By doing so, their work is made considerably easier. When we finally decide to submit our lives and our wills to God's direction, our burdens will become manageable.
What does that mean?
Well, once we're in line with God,
Now, that statement is in comparison to the statement that I made
right,
that he was asking me about here a minute ago, right?
right.
So I just want to make sure that I'm trying to, these dots that are here, I'm trying to connect the dots. So let's read that sentence again. and then you can tell me what that means.
Those who are yoked together must go in the same direction. By doing so, their work is made considerably easier.
And the next sentence.
When we finally decide to submit our lives and our wills to God's direction, our burdens become manageable. When we let God lead us and we're following Him, He's taking the brunt of the problem, and all we're doing is just pushing alongside of it with Him. Was that the question?
And then, according to what it's saying here, then our burden will become manageable.
Manageable.
Because why does this become manageable? Which is the same question.
Because He's done took care of it for us. And we can, wait a minute, no, back up. Switch thinking. It is manageable because He's got us on our right path that we need to be on.
Okay, so read that last sentence again.
Last sentence again. When we finally decide to submit,
When we finally decide to what?
we finally decided to give it to Him.
Okay, and be in the program, right?
Right.
Be actively involved, submitting. Okay,
Then
when we finally do that,
Right.
just getting in the yoke doesn't mean that we've done it, right? Right? Just getting in the yoke isn't the final. That's just the beginning.
Right.
Okay? I want a job. Well, I get a job. Only trouble is I don't show up to that job. Well, what does that do for you? All right, well, hey, I get better. I show up to that job, but I don't do anything. What does that do? Right? Right?
Right. You're right.
Okay? And so it's finally we decide to submit. We get plugged in. We get involved. We've watched. We've learned. We've worked beside. We figured it out. We know what to do, and now we're willing to do it. Right.
Right.
So now go ahead and read the rest of it. Our will and
Our wills to God's direction, our burdens.
So we've given him. We've aligned with Him, and we're lined up with God's direction. Okay, and it's becoming automatic now, right?
Right.
I've decided that I'm aligning myself. Okay, and then the next statement is,
Our burdens will become manageable
how can that be?
because we can rest.
Okay, we can rest because we're in alignment.
We're in alignment. We know we're going to do right.
We're not fighting the yoke all the time. We're not saying, let's go this way, let's go that way. Oh no, let's stop.
Right.
That doesn't mean we're not gonna have burdens.
Right.
We're still gonna face issues, but we're able to deal with them because we have a partner yoked together.
And we've submitted and aligned and synchronized mentally, emotionally, physically. So we're more like the master than our old self.
Yeah.
We've been transformed. Now, that sounds easy, right?
It's not
No.
easy.
No, but it's doable. But it really depends on if we turn our will and our life over to the care of the mentor. Any other comments on that before we go on?
No.
Any other comments, anybody? Okay, go ahead.
When we let Him do the driving, we will find rest for our soul. He knows the way and has the strength to turn us around and get us on the road towards recovery.
How does that apply to your life?
Just sit back and let him tell me, well, let me rephrase that. How's it? I have found out that I am nothing without God's word backing me. I was nothing, anything that I thought I was in the past was nothing but a mere illusion. Knowing what I know now, the only thing I wish is I would have done this sooner. That's the only, I wouldn't change what I've done in the past because that's made me to where I am today. But if I would have known, if I would have done this, if I would have got saved a lot younger, I would have been that much further today.
Okay. So what did you learn from this lesson? Or was that it?
That's pretty much it, but if we run on fear, we're running on empty. This might be my takeaway, by the way.
Okay, cool.
We're
What's your
running on
takeaway?
empty. And if we're running on empty, we ain't getting nowhere. If your car's on empty, you're stuck there. Because a lot of us don't want to walk. But if we're plugged in with him and our car's on empty, we're gonna walk. He's gonna walk with us on that. And so, either way it goes, I'm ready to take the walk. I'm gonna continue the walk, regardless where it leads, because I know the final place is where I want to be.
Good deal. Thank you, Willie. Appreciate it. And here's Lori.
How? Why do I think I am able to handle my addictions and dependencies on my own with no help from outside myself?
So what do you think?
I'm not. But in the past, when I thought I was, it was because I was too proud to admit that I couldn't, or because I was isolating myself and
You did what to yourself?
isolating
Isolate,
myself. And because I felt that if I needed help, it was admitting vulnerability and weakness. But I have grown to the point that I'm not like that. Sometimes I kind of slip into that now and then, but for the most part, I'd like to think that I'm not that anymore. For the most part. But like I said, occasionally I can still slip there, but
So you're saying you recognize that you do need help
yes.
and you're willing to receive that help.
Yes.
That goes to the submission that we're talking about, right?
Yes, yes,
Okay.
yeah. And I have someone that holds me accountable to that.
Good.
Sometimes quite rudely, but it works.
Okay.
How ready am I to be taught? Bring it on.
Excuse me?
Bring it on.
Oh, that's your statement?
Yeah,
Bring it on? Yeah,
that's my
okay.
answer. Bring it on.
Yeah,
I am very ready to be taught.
good.
Yeah.
So, and that kind of ties together with what we're talking about here in our topic information here of the yoke,
Yes.
being willing to choose to get into the yoke.
Mm-hmm.
So that would be like bring on the yoke.
Bring it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good.
Haven't always been like this though.
Well, congratulations.
Appreciate it. What characteristics interfere with my being taught by Jesus or other person?
What characteristics interfere?
Well, I might be a little bit stubborn. Occasionally.
This is your story, it's not mine.
He's laughing like he thinks he knows.
He's laughing for me.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause you're eating a cookie.
Right. That way I'm not laughing.
Wise man. Yeah, I can be very stubborn.
What do you think that is?
That's how God made me, Doug.
And now he's,
I'm learning
learning what?
that being taught isn't painful.
That's good.
Cause I guess growing up, being taught was sometimes very painful. If you know what I mean.
I'm thinking I'm getting the message.
Yeah.
And so, but I'm
But
thinking
but
it's,
it was painful because I made it painful.
well, I don't know.
Because I was stubborn and didn't always like to do as I was told.
Well, but is that your personality bent, being stubborn, strong-willed? Or is that something that was developed because of the situation you were in?
Some of both. I've always been very stubborn. From a young child, I was always very stubborn.
So when you help me understand what your stubborn means.
At the age of 4, my dad broke a wooden spoon over my backside just because I wouldn't cry. And he was just going to keep paddling until I cried. And my mom said, you know, if you would just cry, he'd stop. And I said, I don't need to cry. I didn't do it. She said, but if you would just cry, he would stop. I'm like, but I'm not going to cry at like age 4 or 5.
So,
That's,
so is that what you were doing? Is that a negative or a positive?
probably negative.
Why? Why is it negative?
Well, I don't know why.
Well, if you cried, then you would be,
Then the punishment would have been over.
but then you would have been deceptive.
Yeah. But the big wooden spoon wouldn't have gotten broke on my little backside back then.
It's complicated.
It is complicated, but I've always been very strong-willed, stubborn person, and always, and it growing up into adulthood that increased, and I've never been one to back down from that, even when I probably should have. And it
Well,
it's
so.
not always what it stacks up to be.
Yeah, well, I think God gives us a strong will for a reason to use it in the right ways at the right time.
Yeah, and you know, when you're a young child or 4 or 5, you don't always know what that is. And
That's true, and and we have to be taught. But
yes, and my mom, God love her, she tried to teach me. And now I look back and I see that.
But you know, the question here is what characteristics interfered with me being taught?
And I would say my stubbornness, because once I decided I was or was not going to do something, I did or did not do that until I decided I was going to, and that was that. You know, and I've said it before, let your yes be yes and your no be no.
And
And once I decided, that was it. Right or wrong, I was gonna, once I made up my mind, that was it.
okay, so and we're talking about being taught
Mhm.
by either by Jesus or other people, and so So what's the conclusion of your reflection here about this topic? What's the message that you're getting from it, that question?
Decide what you need to learn and learn it. Learn what you need to learn and what you don't need to learn, and let it go what you don't need to learn. And learn what you need to learn. Embrace what you need to learn and go with it. And let go of what you don't need to learn and not carry that with you.
So what did you learn from this lesson tonight?
Keep learning.
Keep learning.
Keep learning.
That's good. That's
Keep
good.
learning. You always got to keep.
Well, what about if you're, if there's that part of you that has that stubbornness that says no to something, but you're saying that you need to keep learning?
Got to keep learning. You got to.
So how
Get
does
stubborn.
how does that tie into submission and rest topic?
You got to submit and get strong enough.
You got to?
submit.
You got to?
You need to.
It's in your best interest,
Yeah.
but you don't have to do it,
You
right?
don't. If you want to get better,
Well,
you need to. You should. I mean, it's up to each individual person. If you're gonna, if you really want to get better over whatever you're trying to overcome, you need to submit to your struggle and overcome
and
it.
that would be submitting. So is your resistance always correct?
No. No, not always.
When did you come to that conclusion?
Oh, probably about 4 years ago, maybe 5 years ago.
Okay.
Yeah,
Part of the process, right?
part of the process.
So what's your takeaway from tonight?
You always have a way of kicking me in the gut.
I will take that as a compliment.
Please do, because it is. It is that, every week is something new to ponder and think about and learn. And a new thing that God just reaches down and goes, gotcha, and like pokes you and says, here you go, here's another one, to keep you going and moving.
And that's a great thing. You know what
Oh,
that
yeah,
means?
yeah.
That means to me that you are open to learn.
Oh yeah,
And that's what you said.
Yeah, God's not gonna let you get comfortable. He's gonna keep you moving, because I don't think God wants you to be too comfortable, because comfortable creates stagnant. And stagnant's not good. I think God wants you to keep moving and learning. Obviously, God wants you to keep learning.
He's a creative God,
Yes.
so it's continually.
Yeah, because if you're not learning and growing, you're going backwards.
Final thoughts?
No, not really.
Any questions or comments? Willie's moved further back in the room.
He does
I'm getting
that.
comfortable.
Yeah, God probably poked him a little bit
Oh,
too,
okay.
maybe, I don't know.
Thank you, I appreciate it, appreciate it.
Thank you.
For those that didn't, because of our internet problems, we're gonna go over what we talked about earlier, that next week we are not gonna be here. We're not gonna have a meeting, And so we'll be back on the 11th, and the topic will be confession, and be Nehemiah 9, verse 1 through 3. And Tommy will be doing that, and Willie will be doing the reflection. And so that will be Easter weekend, so everybody have a great Easter weekend, Resurrection weekend, and stay safe, and see you back next week. Any things before we close? Okay, well, thanks for your input. Did anybody want to say what they got out of tonight? What'd you learn out of tonight's topic?
Just kind of take a look at my life and see who I'm connected with. Like what areas I need to unconnect.
Okay, it's good.
And some areas that I need to plug into.
All right.
You know, kind of like a whole, just taking a look at my life.
Yeah, we're usually plugged in somewhere,
Yeah.
but not everywhere we're
May not
plugged
be where
in
we
is,
need to be
is,
plugged
is the
in.
healthiest place for us.
Yeah.
So we, back to Proverbs 4:23, be careful what you think, because those thoughts shape your life.
Yeah.
So, all right, may the Lord bless you and keep you, and may his face shine upon you and give you his